Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, and it is Friday the 13th today. Sadly, I will have to be going to bed here in a little bit because I have work tonight. 12 hours, the whole deal, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of people are enjoying the Friday the 13th. Of course, there will be a lot of Friday the 13th marathons going on in people's homes all over the world, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you got to respect the first one with Betsy Palmer and stuff. Actually, one of my favorites is part 7. The first one with Kane Hodder in it, which is... a lot of people like him as the best Jason, but there's been a few different Jasons. We don't talk about fucking Michael Bay remakes, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. Anywho, that's enough horror movie talk. Having a heart attack, even though my heart's over here. Dawn of the Dead shirt. Listening to Night of the Living Dead right now. Just a little bit of soundtrack music in the background. As I said, I'm just getting home from work. I'm fucking tired, but... okay, we're going to have a beer. We're going to have a beer because it is Friday the 13th. So I grabbed one of this from my parents' house that I had in the dungeon there. One of the ones I just picked up recently because I took all that stuff over there so it can chill out in the dungeon. This was a 12% Naked Imperial Stout. Trinity Brew Evoke Fermentations since 2008. And this is Stay Here Imperial Stout. And that is very cool. There it is. You know? Now that's a little crinkled right there, but for what it is what it is. And here is the Trinity, which I noticed that the front camera does do a lot of focusing. The rear camera that I'm using now so I can see what I'm doing, it doesn't do a lot of focusing. So I don't even know if I put it up here, I don't even know if it'll focus on it. I don't even know if it'll actually focus or it'll just get blurry. Sorry, I'm not trying to annoy you guys. Yeah, see, I think it's just pretty much, it just does its thing. But, excuse me, this is their Talisman series apparently. Aged for at least 1 full year before release. So there you go. That's good. I mean, you can put that on your shit without a bottle date you don't even really know. Our beers are consciously vegan. And then I say, of course, yeast, bacteria, alive, fungus, animal, never mind. People need to believe whatever they need to believe to make themselves happy. Okay? So there you go. Anyway, $8.99 I picked this up for at the Root Cellar outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's get this cracked open. Hopefully it doesn't explode. It obviously did not. We're going to try to label out, folks, into the Avery Brewing glass. Poured a little bit Murky Brown. Not Murphy Brown. Murky Brown. Actually, that'd be a really good shoulder pads. Murky Brown Ale. Something about those shoulder pads. Candice Bergen and her shoulder pads drove me crazy. And that is a dated reference. So, up to the light. Just a very small rind of a soft mahogany ruby hue at the pinnacle of the glass. A little bit of a ring of a cacao colored head, almost bordering baker's chocolate. Alcohol legs, just tons of alcohol legs from that 12% sticking to the side of the glass. Absolutely, just wow. I don't know if you can, like, it's just tons of alcohol legs that are really, really clinging to that side of the glass. And then this is where I come in with the, blanket comforter sheet ready to nestle you in. That's exactly what's sticking to the side of this glass. I mean, it's layers upon layers. Excuse me. A little lacing sticking as well. So that's nice. Again, happy Friday the 13th. Let's take a little aroma. Wow, that is breathing the ethanol alcohol for sure. Yep, the ABV is definitely coming up. Actually, it has a really reminiscent tone of... what does it remind me of? the tonality, even though it's more more bold, more this, more that, it's very subtly reminding me of black chocolate from Brooklyn. Smoke, char, roasty, toasty, a little bit of a dark, subtle dark fruit with that ethanol alcohol wafting out. You know, of course, earthy, a little bit of a hint of a coffee. But yeah, it smells a little bit more lighter. It smells, like I said, a little bit of more of that subtle dark fruit, maybe even a bit of a vinous kind of quality back inside all that dark char, roasty, toasty, brown bread-ass kind of quality. Doesn't smell too bad. Cheers. It's a bit thin. There you go. It's a bit thin. It's on that medium side. Full side of a medium body, tapering to that medium side of a medium body, that kind of area. A little bit of oiliness on the back palate, not too much. It's pretty light. I mean, this is light. The overall flavors and characters are light. Muddled. There's a little muddled carrot kind of quality in this. That kind of that murky. You can tell like it had kind of that murky brown hue to it while it was pouring out, and it tastes a little muddled in the aroma or in the taste, where you can just see it's getting blanketed by something. Just some kind of characters blanketing a lot of the soft nuances to this beer. It's going down like a dream for 12%, okay? That is nice. But I wanted more. I expected more bright, bombastic characters, more defined characters, you know, nuances, things like that. You get like a subtle, nice, subtle, earthy char in the back of the palate. Before it waters down, a little minerality in the back of the palate as well. Smoky char. There's a strange, subtle hint of almost a red grape or raisin. Got that tonality too through the palate as well, coming from the yeast and the ethanol alcohols. A little bit of a fusel alcohol kind of tonality. Excuse me. This is more just roasty toasty. Maybe a hint of a rind of a brown bread. Then it goes into that smoky char. And to fill in those little empty holes with that kind of, as I said, that little bit of a murkiness to the body, kind of blankets a lot. But over that too, you have a little bit of that subtle dark fruit grape kind of characteristic, a little bit of that going on too. I said it's not the greatest example of just a, you know, a nice big 12% Russian 12% Imperial Stout. Maybe I'll read something that will open up some more of this understanding of what's going on here. Excuse me. But for 12%, it's drinking amazingly well. Pair with, and it says funeral pie. I think it actually, no, what does it say? I can't say. It's all scribbled up. It looks like funeral pie, which I was like, ooh. Double mashed with an extended boil. Okay. 75 IBUs, pretty hop forward, you know, and that could be some more of that kind of earthiness that's wafting through the palate, mixing with that nice char tone. Peppery earthiness. Malts are Maris Otter, explains that nice brown bread tonality. Golden naked oats, and I think that's kind of adding to that kind of muddled tonality to that kind of like the hazy IPA thing. It gives that kind of hazy, that murkiness that I was talking about going through there. English caramel malts, chocolate malts, Not getting a lot of the black painted with the smoky char, but the chocolate on it, I'm not really getting a lot of chocolate, unfortunately. And roasted malt. It all makes sense. It's all, yep, absolutely. Independently brewed. I'd have to assume the yeast is giving, the yeast and the ethanol alcohols are giving a lot of that dark fruit quality to this brew. And of course the oats are adding to that murkiness, that blanketed murkiness to the body. I thought there was an Imperial Stout. Is it Blackout Stout that I had recently from Great Lakes Brewing Company that was, when it aged, it had an amazing dark fruit characteristic to it. It's reminding me of that. It might have been Blackout Stout from them. Sorry, my brain is not working. But I think that's so. It's just reminding you of that. But this has more, like I said, there's that thicker body because of that murkiness from the oats kind of adding to the body. But it unfortunately blankets it a little bit. It's hard. I mean, I'm trying to describe things as best as I can. If you taste it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just trying to give you an idea. If you see it on the shelf, $9, the whole deal. This is weird. It's not really giving me the dark fruit is actually the most hard hitting flavor in the whole beer, honestly. Everything else is kind of just nuanced. It's kind of dark, dimmed, it's kind of blanketed down with this kind of I said that turbid oat blanket that's in the beer. And then the yeast mixing with that, the breading yeast, of course, is mixing with that, giving that dark fruit, and the ethanol alcohol is giving that dark fruit. And that's kind of like the star of the show. And everything else is kind of under that, and under that. I really wish there was more dynamic, like roasted tones, nice charry tones, but mixing in with chocolate, baker's chocolate, dark chocolate, those kind of things. You know, a real, true, big, huge Imperial Stout. Without whatever is murking this thing all up. Muddling. Fuck it. Fortunately, it's not the greatest. Unfortunately. And we're in the 13-minute mark, which is okay because it's Friday the 13th, so that's fine. So, we're going to cut it into the 13-minute mark. Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown. Personally, it's a bit of a letdown. The Trinity, and I think it's like, ever since see like these people who have to put all like, everything's organic and gluten-free, and they make sure it's all vegan and all this stuff, like, and then you drink the beer, heck, that's shit too, so that's also fun. So you have to have marketing to do something. Anyway, I'm going to give this one a 7.5. I'm just going to give it a solid grade. So this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye.